Cocaine tolerance. Cocaine tolerance happens, and how cocaine tolerance happens is actually dopamine tolerance. That's why a lot of times with cocaine, people don't realize that it starts off using just a little bit of this drug, but the more and more that you start to use this substance, the more and more it starts taking to getting the same effect, and that is essentially what dopamine tolerance is, and it happens with most stimulants out there. It can happen with stimulant medications, it can happen with crystal meth, crack cocaine, all of these, where your brain becomes accustomed to a chemical producing dopamine. So now all of a sudden your brain isn't producing dopamine like it naturally does. Your brain naturally produces dopamine through sleep, through working out, through actually a healthy diet. There's a lot of things that naturally help your brain produce dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter to feel good. Now, all of a sudden, a chemical's introduced that is producing a massive amount of dopamine, more dopamine than your brain has ever experienced before. And now, all of a sudden, the little things that used to bring you dopamine are not anymore, because to mirror what your brain once felt, all of a sudden it needs a chemical involved. So now all of a sudden, over time, a gram of cocaine is not going to have the same effect. And next thing you know, it goes to 2 grams to get the same effect essentially as 1. And it grows and grows from there. And that's how addiction happens. And that's how that growth of addiction happens, is through dopamine tolerance, is one of the many ways. And it's something that people don't realize, is that you build such a tolerance up to this. And it's not like alcohol in the sense where, oh, I can stomach the more alcohol. With this, it's, well, your brain's not going to produce dopamine like it naturally does. And in order to hit these points of it actually producing, it's going to need a powerful substance in it, and it has to keep increasing to hit that same amount. And that's the scary part about addiction, is you don't realize what it's actually doing to your brain and how it's doing all this damage to your brain. And it's finding out how to get sober, man. I got sober 7/25/17. Alcohol and cocaine were my drugs of choice. It's one day at a time. It's finding what works for you. Inpatient treatment, outpatient treatment, therapy, therapist, medication, whatever it is, man, whether it's NA and AA, all of them involved. Find what works for you, because ultimately it comes down to finding your way. There's no right or wrong way of getting sober. It's your way to getting sober. So you have to find that, and I believe in you.